Today I'm going to tell you about 3 picture books that I recommend to adults or for adults and children. These are picture books for all ages, and all of them are by visual artists who have a very retro sense of graphic design. So if you are at all interested in graphic design, have a look at these 3 books. Le Noël de Marguerite by Pascal Blanchet. And this is also available in an English translation, and the title is Marguerite's Christmas. Pascal Blanchet is a Québécois illustrator and multimedia artist. Some of his graphic novels are for adults. This one, in a picture book format, is for all ages. And something that's distinctive about his style is that sort of 1940s aesthetic, very retro. I love the angles that he's got, making like this house, for example, loom with a huge ceiling, and even the side table. It is it starts out being a sad story about a woman living alone and having such fears about the outside world when her doctor tells her she needs to do more exercise, get out more, so she makes more trips to the kitchen. So this story is set at Christmas Eve, and she worries about falling. Many of her friends have fallen. I particularly love this spread. Just get the cat out of the way. Sorry, kitty. I particularly love this spread with the kitchen seen from above and her Christmas meal. No fat. Of course, something happens. The doorbell rings. Look what he's done with her heart here, as a copying the effect of a printing register, with her heart thumping. Yeah, so I'm not going to tell you how this story ends. I do have another comment about the end papers, and that's this brilliant, the way it looks like wrapping paper, and how the design doesn't quite meet. Everything is just so beautifully designed in this book by Pascal Blanchet. Henri's Walk to Paris. This is illustrated by Saul Bass, and the story is by Leonore Klein. This is the only children's picture book that the very famous graphic designer Saul Bass has ever created. And it was first published in 1962. If you love graphic design, get your hands on this book. So wonderful. I also love these 60s colors, pink and orange together. The story kind of reminds me of Benjamin III and his travels, traditional or a well-known Jewish tale, because Henri, who really wants to go to Paris, ends up not going very far at all. Again, I'm not going to show you how this ends, but I cannot recommend highly enough that you have a look at Henri's walk to Paris. So this picture book is unusual for several reasons. Look how fat it is. Normally a picture book is 32 pages long. And this one isn't really a story as much as it is words and illustrations. So it's by the French visual artist Blexbolex, and this one is all about shapes. It's called People, and it is very binary. But in spite of that, I do really like it. Often there are lovely contrasts. So it's a great book for talking about what you see in the pictures. Shivering, smoking. The biologist's tool, astronomer's tool. See that this book has had a lot of use at the library. In addition to being visually striking, there's also much to discuss in here along the lines of stereotypes and assumptions that we make based on the way something looks. So I can see this book being used in a number of different ways. There's the vocabulary as well. So that was People by Blexbolex.